Now let's try example number 2. Now before we can graph this linear inequality, we're going to need to move it around, because remember, you want this to be written as y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to move the x over, and I have negative y is greater than negative x plus 6, and then I'm going to divide everything by negative 1. Now be careful, when you divide by a negative, your sign is going to flip. So we really have y is less than positive x minus 6. So I'm just going to make a quick note that we had to flip this one right here. So now I can graph that line. Alright, so I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my y-intercept is 6, and I'm going to count up 1 over 1. Now keep in mind, this is a dashed line because it doesn't have equal to. It's just y is less than. So make sure you draw this as a dashed line. And I want to shade everything below. Now if you shade everything above, it's because you forgot to flip your sign. So let's shade everything below, and I'm actually going to write the word below. So if you're just using a pencil, you might want to wait to shade. If you're using two different colors, then you could go ahead and highlight everything below this line with one color. And then for this equation, we just need to move the 2x over. So y is greater than negative 2x. So we're going to start at 0 and count down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2. I'm going to do that a few times. You can even count up 2 and left 1. This is also going to be a dashed line. So please make sure you're using your straight edge. Don't forget to make it dashed. And we want to shade, now this says y is greater than, so we want to shade everything above this line. So right now I know my answer should be somewhere below this first line. So now we've got to figure out, okay, are we going to overlap here or are we going to overlap here? If you're using two different colors, we need to shade above the second line we made. So this line right here is going to be everything above. Note that my highlighter is kind of running out of ink. And you'll notice we are above this dashed line, so above here, but we need to be below the first line. So this is where they are overlapping. This is the solution when we graph these systems of linear inequalities. Now, if you were just using one color, so if you're shading below this and above that, you could just wait and shade with your pencil or one single highlighter color, but it's okay if you use two colors or one, but just know that where they overlap right here, this is your solution.